This 26 Sports and CCTV high school football presentation is brought to you by Cadillac Casting Incorporated.
All right, we're back with the fourth quarter action, and the first play from scrimmage, Jared McDaniel took the ball right up the middle and blasted his way into the end zone. It is now 32-27, and the Vikings are looking for a two-point conversion here.
Hey, we're down by 5. You got to make it so a field goal can tie it.
There's a pitch out to Benson on the right side, and he's going to skip in untouched for the two-point conversion. Nice design play there. That's been working all night.
Yeah.
So we got the two-point conversion by Cooper Benson, and it is now a three-point game once again, 32-29.
Like when teams score in this game, they score in increments of 2 touchdowns, and it's a roller coaster of momentum. And both teams have done a great job of coming back, because at any point they could fold it in. Give up 2 touchdowns, and oh man, we're done. But they haven't. They've come back and scored 2 touchdowns of their own both ways.
I think both teams aren't fazed by all the scoring. They're figuring, well, who the last one to score wins, basically.
Yeah, Cadillac came out there and almost was a little hurry up. That's why we missed it on camera. Is they put the quick offense in, caught them off guard, scored right up the middle. Jared McDaniel. And
we usually don't see Cadillac doing that quick set, so we apologize on that, missing the touchdown. But
right here is important to pin them deep a little bit, give them a long field to work with, and get them.
So Emma Lloyd for the Vikings will have the kickoff duties. You are watching high school football action. Jason Main and Bill Dooley bringing you the action from Veterans Memorial Stadium. The lights are on, and it is an absolutely gorgeous evening for football. It feels like fall, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does, and actually it always amazes me how the stands get filled by the end of the game, whether people are talking at the concession stand or...
There's a short kick to Cole Thomas. He'll take that to 35. Thomas is swarmed under right there, and Owen Klaus, I believe, was the first one on it.
Hey, Owen actually tackled 3 people, 11, 22, and the ball carrier on that play.
If you tackle everybody, you can just sort out who has the ball.
Who has it. But, hey, this is a big series defensively for the Vikings.
You're kind of waiting for one of the defenses to make a stand or a stop, because it really hasn't happened here in a while.
Yep, they run this split backs here, and they just give it to 23.
Connor Neer, he's got space. He's in the secondary. He's going down the sideline, the 30, the 20, the 15, the 5. Touchdown, Connor Neer and the Red Wings. One play from scrimmage.
Yeah, he is an explosive player, and if you don't tackle him at the line of scrimmage, it's a...
We're going to take a look at the blocking on this when we get to see the replay, because you don't get yardage like that. Yeah, we'll get the kick here. What are they going to go for? It's 38-29, so we've got a 9-point game. They've went for the conversion every time. They're going to go for it again. They've got Neller in the backfield. There's a fake. Rolling out wide. Here's a pass. Nice catch there by Jacob Dorn for the 2-point conversion. Boy, that was a great-looking play, wasn't it?
That's a tough catch.
Yeah.
He's got about a 2-foot window to throw it.
All right, here comes the replay that This is the big run here. Watch the initial blocks.
Most of his plays have been just keep his shoulder square to the line and then explode through it. But once he gets in the open field, not many people are going to catch him.
When you look at the initial blocking on the line of scrimmage, they really were pulling and pushing, and once he gets to the linebacker position, one broke tackle and he's gone.
Yep, when he gets that full head of steam.
Yep.
He's got a good form when he runs. He's probably a track runner, and he can turn it on with the best of them.
Well, do you like offense, Jason?
Yeah. I told you the Manton-Frankfurt game was 70-40. We're getting close.
Yeah. It is now 40-29. We are in the fourth quarter. We still have a lot of time, 11 and a half minutes to go.
And, Cadillac keeps fighting back, and they can still do it. They can punch one in here, and it's still a one-score game.
they have not. St. John's has not stopped Cadillac, so they have that right now, that knowledge that they can run the ball on them.
Yep.
Let's see if maybe a big kick return here by Benson. He's done a good job. There's a squib kick right along the ground. It hits him hard. Picks it up at the 15. Benson up to the 20. He's got some space at the 30 and tripped up nicely there. What number is that with the trip?
57.
Who is that? 57.
That's the Armbruchsmacher.
Oh, yeah, Reese.
Yep, 5'7", 195, and he's a junior that he's thrown a couple lead blocks on some touchdowns for St. John's.
Boy, if he doesn't make that tackle, that's another 15, maybe 20 yards.
Yep.
And, Jason, where our last player profile here is going to be Jacob Kahani, so that'll be coming up here in just a minute when we get a second. But the Vikings are going to go to work on their own 30. Here's a play up the middle, and McDaniel
looks like he got
reaches.
3 yards, 4 yards maybe.
Yeah.
They've run a couple plays to Keegan Brooks to try to get him a pass, but at any point, I mean, there's still a lot of time left, but sometimes it's good not to wait till the end when it's expected.
That was a nice 4-yard gain on first down by Jared McDaniel, and he's had a strong game too.
Yep.
Here's a pitch to Benson. Getting out wide, picking his way through first down and all the way to the 45. Another gaping hole there by the offensive line.
Yeah, while they move the change, Bill, number 75, our player profile is Jacob Kohani. Jacob's parents are Patrick and Jana Kohani. He's a sister named Brooke, and besides football, Jake plays on the varsity basketball team and the track team. Jake's favorite pastimes are hunting, fishing, and working out. His favorite football player is Tom Brady.
Oh, another Brady.
Yeah, he plans to attend college, play football, and study some physical therapy.
Congratulations, Jake Kahani. Here's a give up the middle. Is still moving and churning. Was that McDaniel?
Yep.
Man, I mean, that did not look like much, and all of a sudden he's still moving those
6-yard
legs.
gain, yeah. Hey, that's the kind of plays that make those offense good. And like I said, St. John's hasn't stopped them. They've still getting 5 to 6 yards every crack.
You got to think, Cadillac, Big North Conference, you've got the Traverse City teams, Petoskey.
Yep.
I mean, St. John's plays down in the Capital Area Activities Conference, and they've got some really good competition down there. So it's a good measuring stick for the Vikings.
Yep,
there's a pitch out to Olson, 44, and he is wrapped up and hauled down at the 50.
Yeah, they tried it the wide side of the field that time, and we just don't have, or Cadillac doesn't just have the speed that they do.
All right, so it's going to be 3rd down and 5. 9:39 to go here in the game. 40-29. St. John's with the 11-point lead.
Yeah, I don't know why they would try to run wide side of the field against them. There's a go. First down.
First down and more. Jared McDaniel still going all the way inside the 40. Boy, he's been punishing that.
Great blocking.
Linebacker.
Hey, number 60, I think, had a pretty nice block there. That's Owen.
Owen Klaus. They mark it at the 40. The sticks are moved up. And the Vikings are on the march again with 9 minutes to go in the game. In motion is Benson. This time they'll pitch it out to him. This time Peyton Workman and 32, that's Neller. They did a really nice job.
Up. Yeah,
they were keen on him on that play.
He said, you beat us enough on it. That's enough.
That's right.
But
loss of a couple there. 2nd down and 12.
Yeah, you see some of the assistant coaches here, and they hear the plays, and they chart everything, and they send it up to the booth, and usually somebody in the booth is taking positive and minus plays. And
yep. All right, Vikings. Baker
there's a boot pass
looking to pass. He's got some pressure, and he's going to hold on to it. Oh, was it a fumble?
Nope, they're going to call it incomplete.
Oh.
His arm was in motion.
Whoa.
That's a dangerous pass. But
Jason, we got to see if we can see this on a replay. That's a big play right there. We'll see if we will get it.
You know, and they ran that boot pass, and Keegan was going downfield. It actually looked like the guy was kind of holding him a little bit, but they won't call it. Here comes a replay here, Bill.
Here we go. We'll just kind of see where this one broke down.
Yeah, he had a little pressure from the front side there that he tried to get, but
let's see. Boy, arm was barely moving forward. We'd have to put that one in super slow-mo.
Good thing it's not the NFL replay.
That's right,
we'll just move on.
Throw the red flag. And
yeah.
All right, it is now 3rd and 12 from the 41-yard line. Baker has got some pressure, and he's going to be wrapped up. And, that one is almost intercepted by number 4, Peyton Workman.
Yeah, that's another dangerous pass, is that little shovel pass. But, it's legal and it's a forward pass.
Yeah.
But if the ref doesn't see it and they see the ball bouncing around,
Well, the Vikings now have to make a decision. It's 4th and 12. I would imagine be a punting.
Yeah, you need 2 scores right here. So if you punt them deep, then you're forced to hold them deep. But they also, I'm sure Cadillac doesn't want to give the ball back to St. John's.
Yep. So we will. This is where the coaches really make their money, so to speak, on these type of plays. And
Keegan is split pretty far out here, and sometimes that means a slant pattern, just to give him a little more room. Somebody's calling timeout.
That's Cadillac, and that'll be their first timeout, right? Now the board is showing no timeouts for both teams, but I'm sure we'll have to. I know that's, I think, Cadillac's first timeout.
It is for the second half.
So while we have a little bit of time here, we're going to get our sponsors for sure.
And they are Cadillac Castings, Cadillac Tire, Napa Auto Parts in Cadillac, Lake City, and Big Rapids, Lake City Materials, the Walkley Agency, Fox Motors of Cadillac, Doug Glass, Godfrey Chevrolet Buick, Pizza Plus, and a big thank you to all of them and all they do to help make this sports presentation possible. The phone number, if you would like to be one of those sponsors, is 231-577-1844.
And thank you again to Pizza Plus for supplying pizza and sandwiches during halftime for everybody up here. And Jason, we do want to mention we got the Water Boy tonight for Cadillac. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, that's Eli Main, and he's got a big job down there. I said it's one of the most important jobs on the sideline is you got the water and don't touch the kicking tee because that always stays in one spot. And I think the first time he did it, he was 6 years old, and he wanted to be helpful, so he had the kicking tee. And the kicker, they're pretty particular about where they put that, and they were looking, and he's like, "Well, it's right here. I've been holding it the whole time."
That's right. So good job by Eli. Baker on 4th down, looking to pass. He's got Cooper Benson on the outside. He's got it at the 25, down to the 20. A great catch. And no call on that, but nice job there by Jacob Dorn to help him up. That's some good sportsmanship.
Yep. Hey, I think.
Let's see if we can get a replay on that one.
I don't know about that, Bill. They might have missed that. That's an emphasis in high school sports now, is that anything on the shoulder pads bringing them backwards. 15-yard penalty.
Here we go on the replay here, and we'll get a look at that end of the play.
Cooper ran a little out and up after the slant here, and it was a good pass. Tip had a little pressure.
Okay, watch the end of the play here on the grab.
Oh, yeah, it doesn't matter. Jersey
it doesn't matter.
Anything.
But
here we go.
Anyway, the Vikings, a huge conversion on 4th down. Baker up the middle a pitch out wide to Benson. Benson is going to walk in untouched for the Viking touchdown.
Yep. Hey, like I said, nobody's going to crack. They had just come back and answered.
Boy, just when you thought the Red Wings defense was going to hold, the Vikings a couple spectacular plays, and it is now 40-35. Vikings. So
we're
they've been
down
going
5.
For 2.
You still got to go for 2 because
got to go for 2.
4 points doesn't help you at all. But last time they ran the pitch to Cooper, and they've got some mileage out of that pitch.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
That one was scored with 8 minutes remaining. The Vikings send Benson in motion. They'll pitch it out. This time, nice job by Cole Thomas to stand him up and stop it. But the Vikings still get 6 points. And right now, with 8 minutes to go in the game, it is the St. John's Red Wings 40 and the Cadillac Vikings 35. And Jason, boy, we're shaping up for a great finish here.
Hey, the big question is, how do you stop number 23 for St. John's? You know, he's had his way with the cutbacks, with pitch, and once he gets past that first level, it's a track meet, and he's winning.
And this is time for the D to really make a stand. You know, it's a great offense by St. John's, but this is what really where it's made. Fourth quarter.
Coach Baker, I'm sure, is going to try something new, whether he's going to switch up the front a little bit or key 23 and make somebody else beat you, but to sit back and watch him do that again, I think they'll have had enough of it.
All right, we want to shout out to our TV crew tonight, doing an excellent job. Wyatt Van Dynen is our director. Our replay and graphics is Cammie Cook. Camera, Remington Hernandez, Jacob Fulis, and Cameron Beal. So just an awesome job, and it's so nice to have these replays.
St. John's actually just switched their running backs, and there's a good kick right there. Stay in bounds.
Taken by Neller, and the Vikings meet him at the 35 and drive him down. Who do we got on the tackle? Jacob Van Dree for one.
Yep, number 60, Owen was in there.
Owen Klaus, another one.
13 was Jacob Van Dree. But, all right, here we go, Bill. This is a big play, big drive. 8 minutes left.
All right, Vikings looking for a defensive stop here. Handoff to Connor Neer. Neer spinning and getting a good 5 yards on first down.
Offensive line had a big push right there.
Klaus brought down Neer. And 48 Tip Baker walking a little gingerly on his.
He's had a long night.
Yes.
St. John's, they have one fumble and a couple of penalties, but other than that, they don't make a lot of mistakes. They get 5 yards of crack. They've had a few drop passes, but that usually happens early in the season.
Yep.
There's a counter.
Counter to Connor Neer, this time on the right side. He's thrown to the ground, but first down, that was Owen Klaus on the tackle.
Yep.
Boy, that is, even though it's coming, Jason, this is one hard player to stop.
Yep, they just pound it. And when you have, number 74, who's 6'6", 275, 77 is 6'2", 250, and 72 is 6'4", 235. And, that's a college offensive line right there. And
yeah. Nice point there. A lot of times we don't mention them. The 74 is Mason Hudgens. Who else were we listing there, too?
72 and 77, right in a row there.
Here's a give to Connor Neer on the left side. This time he blasts through, spinning, still going, churning his legs all the way down to the Cadillac 35.
Yeah, the thing about him is he can cut. He can cut and he can spin, and he does not lose speed. And that's just nothing you can coach. That's pure athleticism.
So it's first down on the 35. Clock is at 6:44. It stopped momentarily. Now the referees will get it wound back up.
Yeah, he's only a junior, Bill, and he's a good-looking kid. But
yeah, we are seeing a special runner here tonight, I think. Watch that name next year, too. So Colton Powell, who's done a really nice job running the offense for the Red Wings, quickly up to the line, no nonsense. They get there, ball is hiked, giving it to Connor Neer on the left side. This time the Vikings with a nice stop.
Yep, and like I said, that outside linebacker, he doesn't have to make the tackle. He just has to do his job like that and keep him turned in. And if he can just maintain that line of scrimmage till the inside linebackers can get there, he's done his job.
Yeah, he just plugged that gap up and made him turn his shoulders a little bit, and then the rest of the defense.
Yep. Hey, this is big right here. Get him in a third down where they have to throw.
Now, would you ever blitz on a situation where you've got so much, a run game like this just to try and – here's a quick pitch out to Connor Neer on the left side. Neer is – he hit the let's see if we can get that on a replay.
He got somebody down over there.
Yeah, it was one of our chain gang. We got a replay coming up here. First of all, you don't see this very often where they actually pitched it quickly.
Yeah, and it looks like we didn't have anybody out there.
No, here's the pitch. There's the initial hit there, and then right here, boom, at the end. No, I guess our chain gang guy got out of the way. He said, I'm not standing there. Nice job, camera crew.
First and 10 at the 25.
10, yeah.
But, yeah, when you blitz, Bill, it's a risk, but if you have good people behind blitzers, good DBs, good secondary, you feel better about it.
This time Connor Neer is hauled down, hanging on as Sam Platt for dear life.
Yep, that's the thing with those type of running backs. You just get a hold of him and get low and get to the play by the other ones. 2nd and 8 here.
Clock is ticking down to a little over 5 minutes to go here in the game. It is 40-35. St. John's with the lead. Jason Main along with Bill Dooley bringing you the action from Veterans Memorial Stadium on 26 Sports and CCTV. Quick handoff up the middle. Couldn't tell if that was Neller or Neer, or maybe it was Peyton Workman.
I think it Workman, yep, number 4.
Okay.
Probably one of the biggest plays of the game right here is the 3rd down play. You stop them, got to get them in 4th down situation.
Yeah, they're probably it's a 2 down for them.
Yep.
So,
and even if they didn't get it on the second one, they're going to make Cadillac go 82 yards.
Now they've got the timeouts up on the board, Jason. 2 for the Vikings and 3 for St. John's. Here's a give to number 10, the Vikings. Stack it up. Stop them.
Yep.
Can you tell him the tackle?
Yeah, Kohani, I got him.
Okay. Player profile, Jacob Kahani here in the 4th quarter. Somebody's down on the field. And we're going to have a timeout here.
I can't see who that is. Can you, Bill? It's
not sure yet.
looks like a D lineman. It might be Kohani even.
74, Christian Beal potentially.
Yeah.
All right, Jason, while they're tending to Christian, we hope he is all right. We got to go over to our sponsors once again.
Yeah, it's thank you again for the food up here today. Pizza Plus, Doug Glass, Godfrey Chevrolet Buick, Fox Motors of Cadillac, the Walkley Agency, Lake City Materials, Napa Auto Parts, Cadillac Tire, Cadillac Castings, and they are all sponsors. If you'd like to be a part of that, the number is 577-1844. The games tonight are first going to air on Fridays at 11 p.m. and Saturdays at 11 a.m. And then replays are Saturday and Sunday at 4. You can also go on mynews26.com for additional scheduling. Some DVDs of the game are available at cctv-cadillac.org or the MyNews26 website. You can actually order a single game or a box set of either Manton, Cadillac, McBain, Mesick, Pine River, or Lake City. DVD supports the cost of the equipment and pro supervision of the students. Some upcoming games on 26 Sports and CCTV are Friday, September 8th. Petoskey is at Cadillac right here at Veterans Memorial Stadium, and McBain is at Lake City. But it'd be a good Christmas gift for some people is to get a box of CDs for them or DVDs with the games on it.
Early graduation gift, birthday gift, just a excellent idea. And it just really does help with the cost here. You can't emphasize that enough. So you're getting a great value and some games that you can put in your library and just go back and have some fun. We never had that opportunity as kids when we were playing high school sports.
They didn't have TV when you played.
That hurts.
It looks like Christian Beal is getting helped off the field, his left leg, but Coach Mallory out there helping him.
definitely favoring the left leg.
Yep.
And going to miss his big presence in that interior line.
Yep.
Look at, they're already lining up, but
hey, they're ready to go.
They're ready to go, but we still have a little ways to go get Christian off the field here. All right.
4th and 2, big stop right here for Cadillac. Big play for St. John's.
4th and 4. They're on the 18-yard line, so they got to get down inside the 15. Colton Powell. This time there's a fumble for Connor Neer. He picks it right up, and he's going to make it with the extra surge. And boy, what a fortunate bounce that was. Let's see if we can see that on a replay, how that ball came right back into his hands.
You know, the football is a funny thing. It bounces one way, and I mean, that's a...
All right, so that was a first down run. And, boy, that's a backbreaker, isn't it, for Cadillac? I mean, because they had the fumble in the backfield, and it came right back up to them.
Well, that's the way it goes. That's the way football is. You got to play over those, and, you know, Cadillac still has time if they stop them here.
It is first down from the 12-yard line. We have 3:48, and the clock is ticking, so St. John's is going to use up all their time. Do they have a 45-second?
Actually, when the ball is blown dead, they have 40 seconds before they play. So they'll just start the clock once it's set, and then there's a 40-second after. Yep.
Okay. All right, here's the give on the right side to Connor Neer. Connor Neer is taken down on a nice team tackle there by, might have been Seth Olson. Or 42, Alec Barczewski.
Down to the 7, so it's 2nd and 6. Cadillac will have to think about using some timeouts here. They got 2 left.
Yes, because
hopefully they can stop them, though.
Right. The first thing is to stop them and then have enough time to get down the field, and they've been pretty good on their offense. So
yeah. You know, all the momentum shift. It's still, it's a 5-point game. You know, 1 score and
right. Okay, 2nd down and 5. Give to Connor Neer. Neer will bust into the end zone for a touchdown, Red Wings. And Connor Neer, I'm trying to think if that's his 5th one. We'll have to tally it up at the end here. But anyway, it's 46-35. St. John's has the lead at the 2:38 mark, and they will go for the 2-point conversion. We will see the replay after the conversion attempt. Coming into the game is number 4, Peyton Workman. Joey Kratzer, we haven't called his name as far as the running back goes. He is featured as part of their backfield.
Yep. You know, in high school sports, you know, 2 minutes and 38 seconds doesn't seem like.
Workman with I believe he's got the 2-point conversion, yes. Peyton Workman with the 2-point conversion. And the score is 48-35. The Vikings are now, it's like I said, it's just like a seesaw.
Yep.
Back to that 13-point lead.
Hey, Cadillac needs a quick score and probably an onside kick.
Yep.
But
draw that one up in the game plan.
Just like that. It's easy to say, isn't it?
Right, yeah.
Yeah, some of our crew tonight that's done a great job with replay and video and everything, getting everything set up is Wyatt Van Dynen and Remington Hernandez, Jacob Fulis, and Cameron Beal, along with Cammie Cook. So they've had their work cut out for them tonight with all the scoring.
And a nice job on the replays, too.
Yeah, 83 points scored tonight. So hopefully it's more than 83 when we're done, right?
Right. And also, Jason, we want to mention tonight we had our veterans. They were honored before the game. Just a really nice ceremony as they were able to shake the hands of both teams after the the ceremony. So a great job by Cadillac in putting that together for our veterans. And I just want to thank all of our veterans for their service to this country. Peyton Workman with a nice drive that'll hit and taken at the 2-yard line by Benson. Benson with some speed up the right side, trying to turn the corner, and he's wrestled down near the 30. That's a nice return. 30 yards.
Yeah, when they kick a long one like that, they almost outkick their coverage sometimes where it gives them so much room to run and find a hole, but St. John's did a good job of going to squeeze them down.
I'd like to see what the all-purpose yardage is tonight for Cooper Benson.
Yeah, yep. Between Cooper and Connor Neal, it's
yeah, it's a boatload.
Cadillac's got 2:25 with two timeouts left. Need a quick score here. You know, like, you got to think they're going to have to open the playbook a little bit. Look at Keegan on that slant again. I thought it was open the first time.
Did you see? Oh, that was a give to Benson. I didn't even see that.
Actually, it was he faked it and then pitched it to him.
Okay.
But that's good though. He got out of bounds. He got a good gain, and
2:18 to go. Clock is stopped. At some point, do you think to maybe put on a little bit of an aerial display here?
I think you have to, but they've taken this safety and moved him over to kind of watch Keegan a little bit. But, you know, second and short right here, you can kind of take your chances maybe.
The give is up the middle and
I don't know if he got
close, but it's not going to make it, I don't think.
It's close. I think he might have got it. Yeah, he got it.
They're going to give it to him.
Yep. If I was St. John's, I'd ask for
a
measurement.
I was thinking the same thing.
But you know what? When it's close to a line like that, they usually can tell pretty easy.
Right. So the Vikings, with 2:10 to go here, line up on the 40-yard line. Here's a pitch out to Benson. Benson cuts it up the middle. Oh, and he's met there hard by Jacob Dorn. That was a big hit.
Yeah,
and,
he didn't
Dorn
really
helps
tackle
him up. Yeah.
He just kind of forearm shivered him.
I like Jacob Dorn's sportsmanship. Remember earlier in the game down here, and then the same thing here with Cooper Benson. He was helping him up right after the big hit.
Yep.
All right, we have right now in McBain, it's Kingsley against McBain. We have Dan Gussard and Chad Grundy calling that game. But next week, we've got the Big North opener for both Petoskey and Cadillac. That's going to be right here at Veterans Memorial Stadium. So that's going to be a huge night for the Vikings starting their conference. And then over in McBain, it's going to be Lake City and the Ramblers from McBain. So a Highland Conference opener for both those
teams. Get her started, huh?
Oh, yeah. And we're underway. We'll be covering both games. And girls volleyball is just down the road. September 13th, we'll be doing our first game.
Okay, yeah.
And so that's going to start up.
They've had some tournaments already, haven't they?
Yep. They're a young team. They actually lost their first conference game last night to TC West.
Okay.
So, but TC West is a very strong team.
Yep.
But Coach Michelle Bryans has got a very young team this year.
Some freshmen on the varsity and even some sophomores too, I think, right?
Yep.
You know, one good thing that will happen, win or lose, out of this game is Cadillac's going to have some confidence. You know, hey, we put 35 points up against St. John's, who's pretty darn good.
Right. That's what I was thinking. There's now back to pass. It hit just as he threw it, and back down the field. Good job by
a little defense by the offense.
I was going to say Keegan there. Good job to save the interception.
Yep. There's your blitz that you talked. He kind of came off the edge, and nobody picked him up. But forced Tip to underthrow it a little bit. And
they were grabbing his arm right as he was throwing it.
That's a good receiver, is to help your quarterback out a little bit.
Keegan did a good job, and he was one of our player profiles tonight.
Second and 8, Bill, here. Looks like they got a penalty.
Okay.
Oh, so maybe an unsportsmanlike conduct or something? Did he hit him late? But whatever the case, Cadillac, I'm sure, will take it. And
right. Well, that's
puts him across midfield. And
right. It actually keeps it alive if the Vikings can strike quickly here. You never know.
Would you say the pitch right is coming?
It's actually a good guess, I would say.
You know, they moved They moved, is it Workman as their outside linebacker there? I think they moved him to the wide side of the field on the far side to kind of help stop that pitch.
Mm-hmm. All right. Baker takes the snap.
He's open.
Pass.
He's
There's
open.
a pass down the sideline to Cooper Benson. Benson has it. He's at the 20,
Get
the
out of
15,
bounds.
the 10. Stepping into the end zone. Touchdown, Vikings.
Hey, did you see Keegan open too? Keegan was wide open down the middle. I said he was open. He threw him to the other guy.
I thought you were talking about Benson, but you saw Keegan, and we'll for sure take a look at that one. That was a great play, and the Vikings with 141 have pulled it to 48 to 41
Never
to
say
7.
die.
No. So here do you go?
I think you have to kick onside because.
Well, I'm saying for the 2 point, does it really matter at this point? Down by 7? Yeah, it does matter. You want to at least get 1 point, right?
Well, you're down by 7. Yep.
Okay.
Actually, it doesn't matter because if you get 1, it's 6. You still need to score, and if you get 2, it's
but if
5.
if you cut it to 6, then if you miss your conversion the other way, if you do tie it up, I mean you're thinking about the safe way down. I would
Yeah.
Well, they're going to go for 2. That's why I'm up here. Here's a pitch out to Benson. He's got some space, and he's in for the 2 point. Great call. Now it's a 5-point game. Boy, just when you think things are over, it's coming back.
Coaches always have coaches have a little card that tells you what to do. Go for 1, go for 2.
Right.
So you don't have to think about it in the heat of the moment. But
here's the replay on that pass.
Yeah. Keegan was wide open.
Excuse me.
There's a 2-point conversion.
Oh, there's 2-point conversion. We're going to come back to that touchdown in here in just a second.
This is it's where kickers earn their money in the NFL with an onside kick.
Yeah, here's the touchdown pass.
Look at Keegan is wide open down the middle, but they got it to Cooper. Look at that. He outran him, and good for him.
Boy, Cooper has had a monster game tonight.
He has.
I mean, you need an absolute computer to calculate the yardage and the touches tonight.
So St. John's looks like they have their hands team in. They put their little guys with good hands and their tight ends and everybody that can catch up front.
Yep.
One guy back. Sometimes you can pooch it over a little bit, but.
Emma Lloyd. Here's an MC.
Oh, it didn't go 10
did not
yards.
go 10. So that'll be St. John's ball.
They'll take it right there, so they don't move it back to the 35. No,
okay.
They can take it right where the ball went out of bounds. But you know what? Hey, you still got minute 41. Anything can happen. Fumble, and you have 1 timeout left. So
this is where, as a defensive player, Jason, you want to maybe go for the strip. Even though you may miss the tackle, you have to try and jar that ball loose. Boy, you've had quite the excitement on your first color, huh?
Is every game like this, Bill?
Not quite. Last week it was 21-14, so just a few more points. We're over 90 points right now.
Yeah.
All right, big first down play here. Connor Neer is stopped. He's got about 5 though.
Yep.
That's actually good when you can stop Connor Neer on 5 yards. And it's now, are you going to call timeout?
Yeah, they did.
Okay.
They did. So.
Okay, like what they're.
You got to do some quick math here with the seconds, and I think if they stopped them on every play, they could have a chance to get the ball back. But if St. John's gets a first down, it should be over, they'll just take a knee.
They can take a knee. Now that's the last time out by the Vikings. So at this point, we're going to try and hit our sponsors here one more time, Jason.
They are Cadillac Castings, Cadillac Tire, Napa Auto Parts, with locations in Cadillac, Lake City, and Big Rapids. Lake City Materials, the Walkley Agency, Fox Motors of Cadillac, Godfrey Chevrolet Buick, Doug Glass, Pizza Plus, and a big thank you to them all because without them this wouldn't be possible. And it's phone number, if you want to be part of that, is 577-1844, or you can actually email the My News 26 at sales@mynews26.com.
And just to recap our player profile, it was the first time we tried this on 26 Sports and CCTV, was all seniors. Number 2, Cooper Benson. Number 6, Keegan Brooks. Number 11, Jared McDaniel. And number 75, Jacob Kahani. And congratulations to those 4 young men on being the first for our player profile. And we're going to keep doing that. Each game we're going to have 4 seniors and just work our way down the list.
It's a nice thing to do.
Yeah. Gives our viewers out there a little chance to meet, find out a little bit some of these players.
Yep, and a lot of them come to the elementary schools during the year and kind of give back. But here we go. Cadillac needs a stop.
Referee kind of stepping in here for a second. They're gonna.
I think they actually called a delay a game.
Coming off a timeout?
Yeah, they I don't know if they didn't get back on the field enough, or they do start a play clock.
Okay. So a timeout is what, 1 minute in high school? Do you know?
I don't know.
Okay, because then there's probably.
It's never enough. I'll just say that.
Okay. As a coach.
Yep. But they say let's go. They start the play clock, and then it's 25 seconds after that.
And really, that could be a big play if Cadillac can.
Well, it gives them a 5-yard buffer to stop them, And
right.
I think there's enough time. They can't take a knee quite yet.
No. And if
now St. John's is going to call a timeout. There's some. When the coach comes on the field with his hands up saying, "What are you doing?"
Yeah. Now, Jason, I wanted to ask you on defense. We were going to talk about this a little bit in the pregame show, but is the linebacker or is there a captain on defense who's making calls for plays, or how does that work?
Yeah, it actually varies by team. If St. John's is pretty tough because they get up to the line and they are going. So there's not a lot of shifting that can take place. But when St. John's comes up, Coach Baker probably has something called where either one linebacker is going, 2 linebackers are going. He calls a line shift where they're slanting one way or the other, towards the strength, away from the strength.
And is he making those calls then from the sideline pretty much before every play?
And it's got to be some quick hand signals, and they got to know. And the main job of the linebackers is to call the strength, strong right or strong left.
Okay, quick handoff up the middle to Peyton Workman. Peyton Workman has some daylight, and he's all the way down to the 15, the 10, cuts back, and he will trot into the end zone for a Red Wing touchdown. Peyton Workman, and he's had some big runs tonight. Boy, just when you're keying on Connor Neer.
Look out, they got more weapons than you can imagine.
Yes, and we've got some crazy numbers up on the board right now. It's 54-43 with 1:23 to go. We want to definitely take a look at that one in just a second on replay.
Yeah, that's a hard one. Pretty much puts the game out of reach with 2 scores.
Yep, that was a killer there. The Vikings had a chance after that penalty, backed them up a little bit, and.
But one thing to say for Cadillac is they could have folded pretty easy after getting 2 quick scores.
Connor Neer dives into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. That'll make it 56-43, and now we're going to take a look at this run by Peyton Workman. See if we can get that first block. There was just a quick hitter up the middle.
Yeah, right to fullback, and they all do a good job of keeping 2 hands on the ball until they get through that line of scrimmage, and then they turn it on.
Nice cutback right there.
You see they got 2 linemen running downfield, and anytime you get those guys down there, it's usually means they have sustained their blocks on the line of scrimmage and got downfield to make a secondary one.
Or it's a free breakfast for that hustle for them later on. You never know.
Yep.
Well, Jason, I just want to thank you for working with us in the booth tonight. I mean, it's just great having that experience, the coaching experience and the football experience. Now, you played high school football. Was it Lakeview?
I did in Lakeview, yeah.
Lakeview, yeah. How was the teams back in those days?
Well, I don't know. We 500, not the best. Not the best.
Had some fun.
Yeah, yep.
Basketball also?
Yep. And
any college?
I did
football?
play. I played football at Hope.
No kidding. Okay.
Yeah. That was a few years ago, but
that kickoff will go into the end zone for the touchback for 123. Now, Hope, back in the day, what years were you on the football team?
96 to 2000. So
okay. They didn't have their new stadium at that point,
nope,
did they?
It was still the same place. Same place, but it wasn't turf, and it was muddy at times because other high schools used it, but it was still fun to play there. And
any of your teammates from those 4 years go on to play anything that you know
not
of?
Not really. There was a few that played some arena football, or they. I don't even know if they went semi-pro or whatever, but mostly just big guys. They want to continue their career.
What position were you playing in college?
I played receiver.
Receiver.
Actually, yep.
Okay. All right, Vikings deep in their end zone. Baker looking to pass. He'll step up in the pocket, rifle one across the middle, just out of the reach of Brooks. Nice looking play, though.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard, when you're a flex bone offense and you decide you got to pass. It's things you don't practice a lot, things that the defense can kind of prepare for. And
second down, that's going to stop the clock with 1:18 to go. 56-43, the St. John's Red Wings are leading. Jason Main along with Bill Dooley bringing you the game on 26 Sports and CCTV. Baker looking to pass. Watch out, he had some problem there. There's almost a one-handed, and it was a catch. Let's cue that one up on the camera crew because you're not going to see a more incredible catch than that.
Yep, Cadillac needs to get going and get started. They're going to start the clock.
They're going to start the clock.
Here's the catch.
Here is the catch. We got to see this one.
He even got held right here, Bill. Look, he's holding him. He's holding him right there.
One-handed.
Yep.
Oh, my word. Later on tonight, we're going to have to watch that one in slow-mo. What a catch. Baker looking over the middle. That one is a little bit underthrown to Seth Olson, number 44. Minute to go.
Yeah, there's been some spectacular catches, but that's one of them,
That's one for ESPN right there. I called it incomplete because I'm thinking there's no way that and then he came up with the ball. We'll have to make Cooper the a player profile every week.
Yep. And plays like that are only good if the line blocks for a long time, and they're kind of the unsung heroes of that kind of play. But
Baker will take a sack, and he took a hit there too, a little bit slow. 56, and he's hobbling just a little bit.
Get back to the huddle. The clock's running.
All right, the Vikings trying to get this snap off quickly.
They got their prevent defense in, and that's hard to throw against when you have that. But
rolling right, looking back across the grain. Nice pass and catch there by.
Kept him in bounds, though.
Who was that? Number 60. Oh, Keegan Brooks. Okay. 20 seconds to go in the game here. Vikings have no timeouts left. Right at midfield. Here's the snap. Baker. He's got number 58 with the sack. That's Cole Pasica, and that's going to
be it.
Do it. They're not running the clock.
Is that fourth down, Bill? So it's going to be a change of possession.
Oh, yeah. Okay, it was a turnover on downs. 6 seconds to go.
So St. John's will likely take a knee, and we've seen a high-scoring affair.
Yeah, this is one of the biggest
99 points scored tonight.
That rivaled the Frankfurt Manton game the other night, 70-40.
But I just can't believe both teams were that resilient where St. John's could have folded 14-0.
Yep.
Cadillac could have folded after giving up 16 points unanswered and going into halftime with the momentum. And
all right, so Colton Powell will take a knee. We saw some really good sportsmanship here tonight, and the final score from the Veterans Memorial Stadium, the St. John's Red Wings 56 and the Cadillac Vikings 43. Jason and I will be back just a moment for a quick wrap-up. You are watching high school football action on 26 Sports and CCTV.